Good evening, everyone. My name is Brandon, and this is the age of the comeback. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. There's another week episode, and I'll be completely honest. I had no agenda walking into this episode. I had no idea what I actually wanted to speak about. However, one thing that came to mind, and I feel that it's not recognized as much as it should be, and that is Father's Day. Not only Father's Day, but just a huge shout out to fathers that are worthy of the recognition because they put in the work to carry their families on their back, to have an immense amount of leadership, to be so wise and giving and loving towards their families, the worthy ones. Thank you to all of the fathers. Thank you to my father. Thank you, Dad. Rohan Sagnanan, thank you so much for everything. You are the man. You raised the king. You raised the king. So yeah, it was a pretty eventful week, to say the least. It was a pretty eventful week, and I don't know. I worked a lot of hours this week, and it was pretty astonishing to say the least because last weekend was Father's Day. And this entire week, I was operating in so much more grace of being connected with my family, just lifting off stress off of Cynthia where I could, being with my stepson Kanan, hanging out with him, loving my daughter Sienna, hanging out with her. It's just been a phenomenal experience this week, and I feel like it's because Father's Day just passed. Now, mind you, in the past, okay, I didn't think anything of these holidays like Mother's Day and Father's Day. By the way, huge shout out to my mom as well. However, I'm speaking about Father's Day, so forgive me, mom. Well, yeah, you could even ask my mom and dad. Like, I didn't really give two shits about those days, Mother's Day and Father's Day. I didn't really care about them, and it was only until I became a father myself that that entire perception transformed. It made me realize that fathers matter. Fathers matter. And oh man, I'm about to say a lot of really personal stuff here. I came from a household where like my I felt that my dad didn't have as much power as he would have wanted to inside of the relationship. And he stayed because of us. He stayed because of us. And yeah, everybody makes mistakes. When I was a baby, bunch of, bunch of, a lot of craziness as a baby. Just all of the arguments growing up between him and my mom. However, the man never left. No matter how many depressions that he went through, no matter the deprivation of love that he was receiving, no matter what it took, he wanted to show us something different. As far as me and my two little brothers, he wanted to show us something different, and that was to stay, to try to make things work. But trying is a skeptical word there because it takes two people to make things work. Let's be honest here, okay? Once the damage is done, the damage is done. Go figure, okay? Regardless of all that, right? Damage and pain and all that, right? The man never left. He wanted to. He wanted to show us something different that he didn't have. He wanted to show us something different to keep the family together, no matter who is suffering. He wanted to show us something different. I respect the hell out of him for doing it. I really, really do. I really, really do. However, Dad, you lived such a hard life, man. You lived such a hard life. All I want for you now is to be happy. And you found that happiness. And I'm so happy for you, Dad. You've done it. You've done it. Out of everything that happened to you, man, back from Guyana, early days in New York, late days in New York, moving to Arizona, the depressions, moving back to New York. Just thank you. You're so worthy of the praise. And just thank you for showing us something different. Thank you. So fathers matter. Fathers matter. Fathers sincerely matter. And I didn't really realize it until this past Father's Day happened. And you know what? I was wondering if I was going to receive the same treatment as my dad did. And I can't remember the last time I posted something about my dad on Facebook, on Instagram, or wherever. I can't remember the last time I did that. And it would have been tremendous feedback for me if I didn't receive recognition on Father's Day, because the amount of work that my dad did in order to carry us on his back is was tremendous, and we didn't realize to say thank you because of, I don't know, we never really saw my mom say thank you to him, so it was just expected for him to work his ass off and break his back for us when he didn't have to do any of that. He could have been some deadbeat loser, drunk asshole, like a lot of people that I know, and he could have just looked the other way. However, no, he decided to carry us on his back, and it was just wow, wow. He really shows he really shows what transformation means as well, right? I saw yeah, I saw him when I was young. I saw him be very outward reflecting and blaming everybody about what was happening within his life. I saw that. I saw that, and personally, I didn't understand it at the time. You know when you're young, and then also when you're a teenager and stuff like that. You think you know it all, so like you think that, oh, my dad's an asshole. Like I never connected with him. I never did any of this with him. However, what he did was, he spent some time away, right? He spent some time in prison, and I feel like he would respect that I tell his story because his transformation within prison and then how it reflects outside is so detrimentally invaluable. It's just a it's just a testimony of how much work inward he did upon himself. Inward. So he stopped looking so much outward and he started becoming responsible for his life. And that was a huge lesson for me, Dad. I'm speaking to you right now, Dad. That was a huge lesson for me, Dad, that when it's not working, Find out what's missing inside and go and find that what's missing inside internally, not externally, internally, because you had the answers all along. And your answer was to leave. Your answer was to go because the relationship wasn't working out. And you've been with us ride or die for God knows how many years. All we wanted to see was you be happy. So you got up and you left and you went to New York and you found yourself again, man. And I'm so, so, so proud of you. Thank you for showing us what transformation looks like, even in the old school. The fathers are worthy of being praised. The ones that are showing up, the ones that are taking risks for their families, the ones that are doing the inner work, because the inner work that we do on ourselves become a gift to everybody around us. And again, the work that we do upon ourselves become a gift to everyone around us because we show up in the best way possible. We show up as the best version of ourselves. We show up as present, present in the roles that we get to step into in those moments of time. And yeah, just Dad, you're so worthy of recognition, and I sincerely appreciate it. And I'll be honest, I kind of strayed there a little bit. However, I'll be honest, I was feeling if I was gonna if I was going to receive the same treatment as my dad did, and I'm so happy that my future wife Cynthia is, you know, even after a really long leadership weekend, she found the time to share me on Facebook, right? Also, my mom, she took the time out of her day to reach out to me to say, "Hey, you made me a grandma." So I just want to say, and that's again, that's tremendous feedback for me as well. Either way, it would have been tremendous feedback. Okay, and again, it's not; those aren't circumstances. If you don't receive something, it's an opportunity to figure out what was missing inside in order for me not to receive it. So yeah, man. I mean, like, I just wanted to say, just this episode's gonna be kind of short. I just wanted to say thank you, Dad, for everything. You know, you deserve it. You not even deserve it. You are worthy of it. You're so worthy of it. You've always been worthy of our love and affection and our attention and just man, you really instilled the power in us to be able to stand up tall and for us never to get manipulated and for us to be loving, kind, strong, authentic people. And I know that as much as you are proud of us, of how we turned out, I would just like to say on me, Shane, and Roy's behalf, we are so proud of what you've turned out to be. We are so proud of you reaching your authentic self because through you, we found ourselves. So thank you. Thank you for taking the risks. Thank you for loving yourself enough to say enough is enough. Thank you for rediscovering your self worth and being kind to yourself. Thank you for showing us what that looks like in order for us your sons, Brandon, Shane, and Roy, to practice that uh, within ourselves. Thank you, Dad. Love you, man. Take it easy, okay? Big shout out. This is the age of the comeback. See you again next time.